What is up, breadcrumbs? Welcome back to our lovely adventure that we have known as Sandwiched, where I am cheese.
And I'm meat.
And we are talking about the movie Arthur and the Invisibles. So, here's the thing. We just barely spent the last couple of hours talking about this movie and all of the things we love about it. But our recording software had a sort of a glitch. So now we're going to just kind of speed run our way through this and give you kind of a shorter version of what we felt about this movie. I will just quickly start off by saying that this is a movie about a boy who goes on imaginary adventures, quote unquote, in his garden with the people, the Minimoys. Notable actors that I noticed were Snoop Dogg, Madonna, Robert De Niro, David Bowie, always and ever the best, Freddie Highmore, and Mia Farrow.
Yep, I had pretty much the same, and just the only fun fact about those things is that, you know, this is, there's also Jason Bateman, who is his first animated film.
Yeah, that's true. How do I keep forgetting about him? I love that guy. He's so funny.
He is honestly great.
Yeah, you mentioned Zootopia near the end of our initial one, and he plays. Now I'm blanking on his name. The fox.
Oh, does he? Oh yeah, he does. Yeah, he plays the fox. Oh, it's his first animated film, and it's Robert De Niro's second animated film. This is Freddie's first animated film, and he was just really popular during this time. He had a lot of movies that came out during like this span of a 10-year mark, like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Spider-Man Chronicles, August Rush, Astro Boy, Golden Compass, etc. Like super popular as a young kid.
I was still super surprised to see Madonna though. Like,
yeah.
Even though we kind of talked about it a little bit more in depth on our initial run through of this, I didn't give him enough credit to how surprised I was to see Madonna on a cast list. Because I don't think she's done very many movies, just in general.
I think I looked at hers and she did a couple. The reason why I'm not surprised is, think about the celebrities that were on. Sorry, I don't know what that was. That were on movies. We have Snoop Dogg, we have Madonna, we have David Bowie. These are all singers too. Like, some of them act, but these are also singers. And a lot of animated movies, some of the celebrities they are singers.
A League of Their Own. I completely forgot she was in that movie. I love that movie.
They literally, they use singers as actors for whatever reason, and I don't know if it's like a music deal they have, but it was just a popular thing to do. Maybe there wasn't enough like actors to afford or put in the movies, but yeah, they just use a lot of celebrity singers in animated movies.
And maybe it's a foreign thing as well. Just because
these are the American ones.
Yeah, I know, that's what I'm saying, though. It's like the switch over, because this originally is a French movie, right?
Yes. Oh, yes, yeah. The original name, I don't know the French name, but there's two different names for this movie, Arthur and the Minimoys, and then Arthur and the Invisibles. The French version is the Minimoys one. That's just its translated name, and then there's a U.S. version.
And the director for this also directed The Fifth Element. I forgot his name.
His name, my bad, everyone, is Luc Besson, who's a French filmmaker. He did The Fifth Element and Lucy. Two great movies.
I've never seen Lucy either.
Lucy's a pretty good one.
That's fun.
Mm-hmm.
So we already kind of talked about the nitty gritty of what we don't like about this movie. Do you want to maybe like run through maybe like 3 of your fun facts?
Yeah, I'll just have to pick some of my fun facts. The original French version of this movie is 103 minutes long, and the US had a version that was 94. They cut 9 minutes because the first, when they were showcasing the movie as a test run, a lot of the people who were on that test run didn't like certain scenes, so they took them out. And those scenes...
I wonder who the test run was for then. Like, if they were using kids in the United States as their screening audience.
Think it would have been... I think it was mixed. I think some of them could have been kids, some of them were adults, because the kids can't be like, oh, take out that scene, like that sex scene, or even though there was no sex scene, it was like sexual innuendos. But some of the scenes they took out was the romance, the kiss, and the marriage between Arthur and Selenia, all sexual innuendos, DeVito's attempt to steal the rubies is completely cut. There's some live shots that are cut, and there's some added. There's some the verbose speech, which means like filler speech for scenes that they take out, so they add it to make it seem less choppy. And then apparently in the USA UK version that they cut, added in a narrator's voice. But that's probably the version that a lot of us would have seen if we lived in the UK or America during the time that the movie was released on DVD, because that is the version that was shown in theaters in the US and UK, and that was the version on DVDs. But now, IMDb TV, I don't remember what year, but they restored the scenes that were removed and from when it switched over into the US version. So all the things that I said were cut, you'll see on streaming services, or I don't think they're making any DVDs to sell right now, but like on the streaming versions, which ironically is the version that we both watched on Tubi, because it's 104 or 103 minutes long. So we've seen all those versions that were apparently cut. But they also changed the voice actors. All the animated voice actors were basically changed except for Arthur, who's already in there. So yeah, we see that change quite often.
And Tubi is a nice free service that isn't one of those things where you have to, use backdoor methods to watch a movie.
Right.
So that's like the main thing I do whenever I have to watch one of these movies is try to Google it to see if maybe it's on a streaming service that I don't have to pay for before deciding to dive into quote-unquote pirate sites.
Right. Sometimes, even when you Google it, it doesn't always show, like, it'll say it's not on this service, or, like, it won't show the icon, but sometimes it is. I realize, like, sometimes I have to, like, if it's on, it might be on Max when it doesn't say it is, or it might be on Prime when it doesn't say it is.
You kind of have to go searching for it.
Yeah, so sometimes I just try it out, because maybe it's not updated. The last fun fact that I'm going to talk about, and I'm telling you guys, I had a lot of fun facts, but I'm just...
Tons and tons, but we barely recorded, and it was just like all crazy. And
literally, we recorded for 2 hours, and it's gone in 8 minutes. But this movie is a trilogy in France, but the US box office said the first movie did so bad that they refused to put the third one on theatrical release. So in America or the UK, the only way you can watch the third movie, well, now it's on Tubi, but originally, before the streaming services really kicked off, you could only watch the third movie as a double feature paired with the second movie. And that's just like a crazy concept. Like, that's the only version. Yeah, it'd still be two different movies. It would just be like double feature, probably side A, side B kind of action there. But you just couldn't buy the third one by itself.
That'd be kind of a crazy thing to release in theaters, though. Because, I mean, if each of them is about as long as the first one...
Well, that's why it had no theatrical release.
8-hour movie.
No, it had no theatrical release, though. So they
I know. That's what I'm
saying,
saying, though, is the stuff like Oh, you're saying that if they had a theatrical release, they'd be one whole movie?
I'm not saying any of that. I just think it's a crazy concept for them to... Oh, yeah, the only reason why we're releasing movie 3 is if we pair it with movie 2 as a DVD. Why? You're making... So you have to make that product, you now have to put 2 movies on one DVD. Why didn't you just make a DVD version of the third one and just release it? Or can you not do that without a theatrical release, which I know you can. Like, the whole idea of, like... Oh, yeah, to buy the third one, you have to buy the second one. Even if you already own the second one, because the second one came out this many years ago. Now you have to buy 2 and 3. Like, that whole idea. Like, why was it a double feature? Why did you have to now make more products? You have to buy the type of CDs that can hold that long of a film.
That's true. I mean, the Lord of the Rings, like the disc space for it, like if you get the special editions, you have to switch discs.
Yeah.
So that you can watch the entire movie.
Yeah, and like, those are long movies, but...
CDs have come a long way since then, but still, it'd be kind of crazy to fit like 4 hours of content on one disc.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's even possible still.
Yeah, I don't know if the third movie is a full-length movie, too, because I don't know if they just decided...
I'm gonna Google it.
Yeah, you Google it, yeah. Because I don't know, that's just a weird idea to me. But that's my fun fact right there. While my lovely co-host is kind of going through that, I have a very small list of favorite parts, so I'm just going to get right into it. I really like the opening scene when they see the house. It's very open. It's a farmhouse style of house, I learned, but it's really cool to just see how open a house is for acting. there's just a lot of room there. The dog is super cute. Arthur's imagination is wild. I wish that I still had imagination that wild. I mean, I don't know if I did have an active imagination as much as he did, but he was so happy, even given his like sad realization with his parents. He just wants life to be so happy. He's really enthused with his grandfather's life and whatnot.
Spoiler alert, it looks like Darkness didn't die.
I knew it!
That's the third movie.
I have seen the third movie. Oh my gosh. Oh my god, this is terrible news just in. I have seen the third movie.
Have you seen the second one?
I don't know, but I definitely remember that scene from the third movie.
When the Minimoys become large?
Yeah, I remember that exact scene in the house. Oh my goodness. I apparently have seen it. Oh dear.
So I definitely haven't.
I must have liked it enough, so I guess I have to rewatch it.
Yeah, you do.
Oh dear.
And then we should like report in. Like, this isn't going to be another podcast or whatever. But
this is just private, fun report.
Apparently there was also a video game. That's pretty funny.
That, I can see that.
Well, I mean, that was in the era where like they were like movie and then video game about movie. Like, Over the Hedge as well has a video game.
Oh, yeah, you didn't have to try too hard for the game to be good. You just had to, you're just living that. Or, like, the Cars GameCube game.
The Cars?
Cars.
Like the movie?
Like, the movie
Cars?
Yeah, and it had a GameCube game in it.
Isn't that just a racing game?
It wasn't always racing.
Oh, okay, they had, like, mini games or whatever to make it more
you had
like
to,
movie.
You had to make these jumps sometimes. They would have different they would have different racetracks for you to like challenge, but then you had to gather gas cans, you had to help tow Mater, you had to tip the cows. It was kind of hard as a kid. I did not do good on it, but I would drive on it like a normal person and I'd go ka-chow, and then I'd do tricks. Anyway,
lots of video game movies in the 90s and early 2000s.
I thought the plan from the grandfather was pretty cool with the candle. I mean, that's like next level awesome. Yeah, hidden
text that only appears through light.
Yeah, like the invisible ink. You guys missed this whole rant we spent probably a long time talking about, where we kept arguing about how long the grandfather was gone. I'm still sad that it was 3 years.
I swear it was only like a couple of months. There's no way that he was gone that long.
14 moons is a little over a year. But so like him to hold on to that plan, and like he left with the Minimoys to defeat Malthazar, thank you. Oh, that was crazy.
I'm sad that we lost the thing because
I'm so mad.
You said like Malt Solio or something like that.
Yeah, I was like, because I can only remember.
I don't know where you're going with this, but it's really funny.
All I can remember is it sounded like mouth, and it was really weird because he's obsessed with a kiss with Selenia. So I was like, that's not right. So I kept saying evil M. Oh man, I'm still so mad.
Apparently, it's pretty taboo to say Malthazar though. So
like Voldemort.
Yeah. Except for it doesn't like summon him. It's just like, oh, that's bad luck, even though like nothing bad really happens to them in the movie.
Man, I don't know.
They're just like, oh man, this is just a situational thing. And I'm like, yeah, saying Malthazar had nothing to do with this.
No, maybe it was what the adults of the Minimoys said because they didn't want to think about his mouth on that bug. What if the bug was called Zard? I don't know.
Oh, sheesh.
Maybe they didn't want to think about it.
What if that was just his name? Like, before he even turned into a monster, and then you're just like disgracing this nice dude who's just like, yeah, I had this unfortunate thing happen to me.
Yeah, I fell in love with a poison bug, apparently. When they drove in the tunnels with the little car, I thought that was really cool to skip the water. And then I liked it.
So was your gripe about that scene the fact that he knew where it was?
Yeah.
Because I honestly thought it was going to be about how it didn't denote them being able to open the doors to the car at all, yet they were able to open the doors and get in the car.
Oh, like they didn't show that you could do that and then they could? I'm okay with that because I know some cars do that. There's a lot that didn't. But
even wind-up cars? Because I
never had a wind-up car.
The gear.
Yeah, I never had a wind-up car, so I never knew if it could do that, but I knew there was, like, certain model cars or play cars that you could have that the doors could open.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
So I didn't really... I mean, lack of experience for me, so I didn't nitpick on that. But, yeah, it was cool to drive in the tunnel. I think recently I actually played a map on Mario Kart where I was in a tunnel driving just like them. So I think it was, kind of funny.
Like on the roof or whatever.
Yeah, so it was kind of fun to do that. And then I liked at the end of the movie when they're like showing the credits and they have the main characters that are Minimoys, but then the live action characters and the director had Minimoy versions of themselves. So that was really cool to see.
Yeah, they just kind of. I'm trying to think of other movies where it does that, where it's like this guy did this. And,
yeah, there are movies.
It's pretty. I think it's a lot more common than we remember, because there's a good number of movies that I feel like I know this happened.
But I can't think of it.
Like, I think it happens in Shark Tale too.
Maybe.
Where they're like dancing around.
Oh yeah,
and
they
it's
dance.
just like, this is Will Smith.
Yeah.
This character was Angelina Jolie or whatever.
It had a better look at it though, instead of just like Minimoys walking on a black screen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember if that woman was actually Angelina Jolie. Sorry, I'm going on like a weird side tangent here.
I don't think it was.
Looking at Shark Tale.
No.
The weird girl who's like, I'm so obsessed with you.
The weird girl?
Yeah. You know what I mean.
In Shark Tale?
Yeah, the baddie. The baddie one.
She wasn't a weird girl. She was like the...
It was Angelina Jolie!
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
Oh. She wasn't the weird fish. She was like the popular sexy fish.
Yeah.
Weird girl.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, I was like, that's kind of weird. You know, because when you're a kid, you're watching it and you're not thinking, wow, she's hot because she's hitting on the main character. You're thinking, wow, she's kind of weird. At least that was me.
Did not think that at all.
So I love that he slept while reading, because I used to do that. I love that the woman at the store provided the cake for Arthur's birthday. I love that. I thought it was that he was cracked at darts because he was able to do the spin and then the dart throw, and then hit the bullseye, which was crazy. The dog chasing the car was hilarious. Grandma telling the story about the Minimoys and being like, "Hey, Archibald might have been a little bit boozed up while he was telling me." I thought that was really funny because it's like, how do you respond to a significant other being so sure of something other than to be like, they must be crazy, it's whatever.
Yeah, like, sure thing, buddy.
Yeah, like,
let's get you to bed.
It's like when kids tell you a crazy story. Like a couple of years ago, I'm riding in the car with my family and my cousin, who's 8 years old. I think she was 6 or 7 at the time because it was a couple of years ago. She goes, I once took a trip to a rainbow world, and there were rainbow people there, and it was so cool, and I just entered this rainbow portal through where we live, and I just met all these rainbow people, and I was like,
see,
where did that come from?
That's like child's imagination. That's like if Arthur told a story. But no, when you have like a drunk person, you're like, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, like, it's the same thing where it's older person tells you this crazy whacked out story, and then you're like, sure, pal, sure.
I'd be like, no more sugar for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Jeez.
I also love that Davido like tripped on the ball and then Arthur laughed at him. Mm-hmm. Again, going back to Grandpa's note, I was very... Arthur was very lucky that Grandma was asleep, as bad as she was, because he collapsed her door completely, which I don't really understand how that happens. Because I mean, he was
hinges ripped out.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
It is an older house.
He was standing on a stool too, kind of leaning on the stool. And
it was two things stacked. It was a stool stacked on top of like a chest box, wasn't it?
I don't remember.
I think it was that, because I was like, that's not safe.
And anyway, he just destroyed her door. I thought the character design was cool. The Minimoys and obviously the real people were cool. I really did like the way that the Minimoys looked, though. I was like, wow, what cool creative design. Mm-hmm. And like the little guys in who were like shooting the tomato berries at the mosquitoes. Where like one of my favorite scenes that I remember when I was a kid is like them just running out to like get on this giant thing, because they're like doing the little. It's just really funny to me. The nods to Sword in the Stone, which is always funny because we love the classic Disney movie Sword in the Stone. Mm-hmm. The dad is a short guy on top of a big thingamajig. The dad being the king. The king covered by the blanket when he said, "Cover me." The knight dudes arguing about who's going to grab the princess was pretty funny. I love that Beta goes with them. I love that Grandma was so disoriented after waking up that she just walks on her own door. Oh, there's so much that I've already said.
Much content, God.
I love their... I'll just say a couple more. I love their terms for bugs, because they're like, we gotta look at the Gleagle Black, and the Gleagle Black is actually smaller than a Splibble Splop. And Arthur's just like, cool, Beta. Whatever, bro. I like the club scene, and specifically, like, we already talked about it, but
you don't know.
The humanoid... The humanization of the villains is always so funny to me. Like the knight who's just like, stay alive. And he's just like dancing next to Darkos, and Darkos just gets pissed at him. And he's like, oh. It's like, oh, sorry, boss. I love that they get to the place and get thrown in jail and have all this random stuff happen to them. And then Malthazard goes, I'll give you 2 minutes. Or 3 minutes, and he holds up 2 fingers, and then their countdown calendar is just 100 seconds. So, like, Archibald taught them all this random garbage, but apparently he didn't tell them how to accurately count down seconds. Because he was not very accurate with it.
Yeah. Well,
but
he
see,
wanted
the
to
thing
stay
is, like,
alive, too.
I think that Archibald told them how to tell time because... When
They're the
Mino,
watches.
Yeah, and when Mino asked what time it was, they were able to tell him.
Noon. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they only gave him like snippets for them to understand because like people, even like when we're learning as kids, like we can know what time it is, but some people can know more about time. Like there's still some people who can't read a clock that only has the 12, the 3, the 6, and the 9. Like they have to like physically count.
Yeah.
But then there's people who are like, oh yeah, I know exactly by looking at it. So it's probably like one of those situations where they only know the main components, where they might have to work a little harder to understand like, oh, I told you 3 minutes. Well, how long is 3 minutes? And they're like, oh, it's probably just like 100 seconds or whatnot. And he's also trying to like
the concept of how long it actually is.
Yeah.
They just know the name of it.
And he's trying to stay alive for 3 years.
I don't think it was 3
3
years.
years.
Well, because, and I mean, if it was 3 years, then he wasn't captured that whole time.
No, he wasn't. But like, he has to try to stay alive, or try to eat. For him to get food, he had to give them
teach them something.
So he probably like had this whole like curriculum of time, and he only gave them a few lessons here and there. You know, like that's which is smart. You know, don't give them all at once. Just give them little bits.
And it kind of seemed like, I don't know if you noticed this, but it looked like the watch kind of had like a sun symbol on it and like a moon symbol and maybe a cloud symbol. It kind of looked, it didn't look like your average watch.
No, I thought literally at first it was just like a flower, which they were too small for that, but it looked like the center of a flower, the piston or whatnot.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, I didn't see any details. I was probably not looking very well.
So my whole thing was like maybe their time is told by the position of the sun.
Oh yeah, like a
so like
sundial.
if it's right in the sky, then obviously they know it's noon because there's no shadow or whatever.
Yeah, but if you're moving it around, that time's gonna change. You know, because like
but it's not like a sundial on their wrist. I'm just saying like the sun will like tick based upon what it is.
Oh.
So like when it's high noon, both the sun and the moon are like on the same position.
Oh, got you.
And then like like the sun slowly starts to go down and the moon stays up.
Oh, that makes sense.
Kind of thing.
That'd be cool. Okay.
I'm just like inventing technology for the Minimoys.
That's fine.
Just throwing out random lore that I'm coming up with.
Are you Archibald? You're like, I was actually there.
I got the treasure.
It was only 3 months. I was there.
I was there. 3 months max. I spent 2 of those months in prison.
Apparently. Oh my goodness.
But I also love that Snoop Dogg actually like performed a song for this movie. Which
like,
is always so funny.
Going back to what I was saying at the beginning, where like celebrities are in movies, I think honestly now that we've already spent 2 hours talking about it, that I think that was their ploy to get people to like have songs in movies, is like to have them as actors, because it is pretty weird that we have 3 celebrity singers in this movie, in the English version at least, and then there's other movies we know where other actors are in. I mean, Snoop Dogg's been in a lot of movies actually.
Yeah, he has. It's kind of crazy.
More than
or, like,
3,
cameo
you know.
at least.
Oh yeah, like cameo or performing, and then we, you know, like Will Smith. Technically, I think has music, even though like his daughter and son are more of the musicians now. But I think Will Smith did a short time of music before he acted.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
He was the Fresh Prince.
Okay, thank God, because I was thinking, am I just randomly spouting some BS that I don't
And his
actually
DJ
know?
that had worked with him was Jazzy Jeff.
Okay, good. Okay, whew.
Which is why he did the Men in Black song. He did a song for Wild Wild
Oh, yeah,
West.
you literally said that earlier.
Yeah.
I was just scared of being wrong. And then we have Lady Gaga has acted in things before too.
Oh, yeah.
Katy Perry's acted. Selena Gomez too in the.
Jaden Smith as well.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I said the daughter and the son.
I don't think has Willow. Oh yeah, Willow has been in something. It's kind of a crazy name to like be named Will and name your daughter Willow. I was just like, when I found out that he named his daughter Willow, I was like, okay, Will Smith, I see you.
It's fine. It's fine. But yeah, there's like, and there's so many singers that like I think they only act because they're popular from their singing career, but then they usually have their songs in there. So I don't
Oh yeah, like the dudes who created Shrek are huge fans of Justin Timberlake.
Yeah, like I don't know the business side of it. Of like, do they need them to have a song, or did the celebrity say I'll only be in this movie if you post my song in the credits? Like I don't know what the business side of it. There's a weird correlation.
Well, I mean, Justin Timberlake had a poster cameo in Shrek 2, and then he was in Shrek 3. So I don't know what the whole situation is, but he didn't do a song for Shrek 3. I'll tell you that much.
Wait a minute. Was Justin Timberlake the Arthur kid?
Yeah, he was King Arthur in Shrek 3. Which is funny because the poster in Shrek 2 is just Sir Justin, and it's a picture. It's literally a Justin Timberlake poster.
That's really funny. That's really funny. Okay. I see it now.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. You only wrote down a couple of characters that you liked, right? Oh yeah, the dog.
Okay. You I told you would hate me, and I didn't realize how much you did until you just said, "Oh yeah, the dog." I don't like any characters from this movie because this movie actually irritates me a lot. Like, there's so many. Man, you should have been there, but there's so many things we are going back and forth on. But thanks to my co-host, I did admit that I actually really liked Minnow's character. He was such, he has anxiety, he's thriving, he's surviving in this world without his glasses, and he's apparently extremely farsighted.
Yeah, can't even read or watch.
Yeah.
Which throws back to the fun, cute little
humanity
night guys.
things.
Yeah.
They're like, what time is it? And then the guy's like, oh, it's noon. And yeah, it's so cute. Like, I spent this whole time talking about how it's nice to show kids that not everyone's completely a bad guy.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're just doing things because like they have to, or they think it's right, yada yada yada. Like that, our generation knows not to judge people, and it helps us in the politics today. Again, and I quote, not to get political, but like where people are taught to think that one side's bad, one side's good, but that's not true. That's not bipartisan, yada yada yada. Like people have.
There's a lot of gray.
Yeah.
There's good people and there's bad people.
Yeah.
And bad people are mostly bad people because of the choices that they make versus the type of person that they actually
Right. They're
are.
not born bad, and sometimes they don't think what they're doing is bad. Sometimes like, oh well. Okay, we joked around about like, oh yeah, they're well, we didn't really joke around, but like, oh yeah, they're bad, they're good people technically, even though they drowned your village. I'm like, each side will do. We talked about like each side, like in Star Wars, mainly comparing it. Each side will kill people, but one side thinks they're doing it for the greater. Obviously, one side's more evil, but the main evil dude, like Darth Vader, for this example, is too powerful. Where people are like, well, if I just help this side, I'm gonna survive. So some people do that because they have to survive, but we gotta remember they're people too. They like to get jiggy on the dance floor. They like to.
I got to admit though, there are some people in history who I would very much consider evil based upon their deeds.
True.
Like I'm not discrediting anything horrible that anybody's done, because like thinking about this, I was like, oh yeah, there are people in human history who have done some terrible, horrible things. Like the big one that everybody always throws out at me whenever I'm saying that there's a huge gray area, they're like, oh yeah, well what about Hitler?
Oh yeah, with that whole controversy of like, well, if you can go back and kill the baby. Here's the thing though, I think if he was raised differently in a different time period, he would have been an okay dude. You know? I feel like nature versus nurture, the psychologicalness on it. I don't think because here's the thing: people can have psychopath brains, right?
Yeah.
But really, those are the best brains that make good for like leadership because they can like disconnect emotions from decisions. Because sometimes decisions are hard because we care about if it's between two things. They're like, oh, we care about these people, we care about those people. I have to screw over one. I don't want to because I care about them. But like the psychopath brain, how their brain is wired, they can like make the best decision based on literally what the best position would be, not on emotions. Not saying Hitler probably had a psychopath brain. I don't think his brain was wired like that. But I'm thinking like how he was raised and how much hate there was in the world then too. I like to compare Hitler to the Magneto a lot, which is ironic because it was during the same time because Magneto was technically a Jew during the concentration era because they had that backstory. But like he could have been a good guy, but he had so much hate from like the Germans and like how they were manipulating him and doing tests on him that he just like hated all people like that, and he just became this like soulful bad guy who did a lot of wrong. And that's how his brain was wired. Because when you're young, I talked about this last time, you're a sponge, you soak things up. So I feel like honestly, if Hitler was not killed as a child, but just taken somewhere else, it probably would have, some other guy probably would have led the Germans to take Jews to the concentration. It probably wouldn't have been Hitler, but like, that's what I think that, what the gray area means, because our brains are gray matter, so I like the psychological, using my psychology degree, I just think it has a lot to do with psychologicalness.
That it's more than just like he's bad and he's That's fair.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, we're all humans, we all make mistakes, and some of us make very terrible, horrible mistakes.
Like fall in love with a poison bug.
Yeah. Although Malthazard is not a human, he's a Minimoy.
Yeah.
Getting back to that, so I have a bunch of different characters that I liked. Even though like one of them I'm just like about. Like after our discussion, I was just like, he's not really like, I wouldn't put him top tier. Because I wrote down Max, the dude that Snoop Dogg played.
Yeah, when you said that.
But then I was just like, wait a second, because I liked the initial. I wrote him down because I liked his initial presentation, and I think that this is like part of like what like human psychology is as well, is where like people put on a front when you first meet them, and then they're like, actually,
like here's my true colors.
And that was totally Max, because it was like, yeah, he's a sick dude. He's
so
nice.
Got
his own club.
Oh, this is
what
on
a great
the house.
guy.
It's my best friend.
And then he's like,
hey, baby.
Selenia, I see that you're about to turn 1,000. Want to be one of my wives?
Yeah, she's.
And I'm like, whoa, bro, step back.
Sleazeball, that'd be the name. When you said him as your favorite character earlier, I knew how long we were already going, like in my brain, even though I should have known there's time right there, but I didn't see it. I was like, I'm not gonna break open this worms yet, because it was supposed to be like later on about the most hated parts, but I was like, whoa.
Yeah.
He made it in your top tier.
But I pretty much liked everybody else, so.
Complete opposites.
I don't really need to get into it.
Yeah. They're all,
And like, the thing that I wanted to say is like, when I was a kid, I saw Selenia, and I was like, whoa, girl.
I wanted to make sure to bring that up, because I thought you were going to move
Step
on.
up over this way.
Yeah, step over this way. I thought, when we were watching the scene where Arthur, like, it picks up the paper and kisses, or the book.
Oh, yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was weird. I was like, I don't remember that part. Man. I thought that was too forward.
He's like licking.
Yeah, I was like, sure,
paper.
you can have a little boy crush, but that's a little weird. To just like, yes, let me just like steal a kiss. Yeah. Sure, I don't know. Maybe they're trying to make it a little bit more. I don't know. I guess it's kind of like medieval romantic. It's kind of how you're like, oh, my fair lady kind of thing. But boy, that was just that was too much. But, yeah.
And maybe they were playing into the King Arthur trope as well.
Well, yeah.
He saw Guinevere. Like, the story of Arthur is he sees Guinevere, and it's just like, you're gonna be my woman. I don't care who I have to kill to get you.
I didn't think about that. And isn't Guinevere redheaded too?
I don't think so. I think mythologically she's just like a blonde chick.
Probably. It's always a blonde.
Yeah. Except for in this movie, apparently.
Yeah, it's a redhead. Which makes sense of the
Voiced by Madonna, so.
Yeah,
Like, he got the best both worlds.
Yeah, he did.
little Spitfire, who's also Madonna.
Also, if you think about it too, the picture that he kissed is a younger version of her. Because I remember like knowing that she looks a lot different because, you know, you see her plastered on the poster board, you see her on the scenes or whatnot. Her in that younger form, not only does it represent more of what the Spiderwick Chronicles is and what Final Fantasy reminds me of, like that fuzzy look to me without my glasses, but I'm like, that's super young. Like, I feel like that's, if it's following 3 years and how long they've been away from Africa, had to been more than, wait a dang minute. Well, he probably went down, no, sorry, this art style of her wasn't when they were in Africa because there was grass. Because I was going to be like, how did, you know, like, oh, it was when Africa was when she's younger, but they were in Africa before the mom was born. So it had to have been like, Africa was like 30 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
That's
fair.
Because, yeah, who knows when they left Africa, though, actually. I don't know. Okay, we talked about how...
She could have been born there, and then they left.
Yeah, or they were there for a while. You know, like, she could have been raised there. Which,
there.
Again, she should not freak out about the minimum wage. We talked about a lot of how there's not enough context or support for the lore. Like, I was an advocate for taking out the whole parent scene and giving more room for the things that you were talking about like, yeah, let's just like have this backstory even about Mathazar or Africa or all these scenes. Like, there could have been so much. I mean, you were talking about making like a 2-hour, 3-hour movie, which honestly I agree, I would have watched it if they gave enough time for the lore. I would have been invested.
I don't think 3 hours though.
No,
that's like
an Avatar movie.
Back then it was approaching like Lord of the Rings level time.
That was the longest movie I ever knew.
If you watched this, if I watched this movie as a kid and it was as long as Lord of the Rings, I don't think I would have been able to do it.
That's true. As an adult though, I would.
Oh yeah.
If they gave all the lore.
Yeah.
I don't know. I talked about how they had...
There just wasn't a whole lot of world building for them.
No, yeah. They have too many... What was the word I used?
Plot holes?
No, not plot holes. I was talking about like textures, or there's too many... Trope? No. There's too many... I don't know what the word I used. There's so many tiles, I guess.
Layers?
Layers. There's so many layers of ideas for this story that some of them were very undeveloped and some of them were like half developed. If you just took out a bunch of them and just spent more time on the main ones, it would have been a fantastic story. It's still not bad, but there's just a lot of, I want more, and I know some movies want you to feel like you want more because you'd be more invested in it, but this was like... not even the right type of I want more kind of thing. Like, it's like a candy bar that has too much marshmallow cream and not enough chocolate. And you want more chocolate, so you buy another one, but then you still get that disappointment taste.
Or like a peanut butter and jelly that has too much of the other.
Yeah.
So you're just like either eating a peanut butter sandwich at that point or eating a jelly sandwich at that point.
Yeah, and like you want more of the other one, but if you just consume more of it, you're just gonna get the more thing you don't want. Yeah, it's like that perfect concept. That's perfect. Perfect analogy right there. You know, you should have just left out one of the products out, you know? It's just a weird concept.
The hated choices made that I wrote down were bringing Malthazard with. Again, it was like, I don't know how long they'd been in the United States.
They should have given that
Minimoys were. And so I was just like, if he was already evil in Africa, what's the point of bringing him?
You know, if I have apparently watched all the way to the third movie, I feel like I would have that deep in my core memory.
As to why they just brought him.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know if I would have that in my core memory after seeing a picture of Darkos, like, standing over, towering over
now I know
Arthur.
that... Well, okay, here's another thing, though. Have I actually seen that one, or am I thinking of Spiderwick Chronicles?
That is a possibility, because
they're so similar.
He puts on the glasses and then, right?
That's how we can see them. But then they're all over the house. Well, they can't get in the house because the salt's over them, but then they do get in the house. But I swear I've seen that clip where he's towering over them in big.
Yeah, I'm not really, like, the biggest Spiderwick Chronicles fan, but...
I like that movie way more than this movie. Don't even with me right now. Give me the book.
We got a Freddie Highmore debate going on here. Which is funny, because the next movie we're going to watch is also him, but...
Oh, yeah.
We'll get to that when we get to it.
Maybe I'll change it last minute.
I mean, if you do, it will be no big deal. You did select 4 different ones, and I was just like, okay, I'll just pick a random number. And then the Greedy Parents, not a huge fan of that.
Oh, just take it all out of that.
And this part we actually agreed on. What I would change, you agreed with, which was the crazy tulip time skip.
Oh my god, I'm so proud of both of us, because usually there's plot holes that I see, and he's like, nah, that's because of this, this, and this. But no, get this. For you guys who've watched this, there's a part with a tulip where they're like, let's go to sleep so, you know, we can conserve our energy, yada yada. It's almost dark soon, but then before it even like pans up, they're in the tulip, or like it shows the tulip because it's higher above them, obviously, and you see like this small I feel like it was a small triangle of sky, like you saw mostly tulips and then the sky in the right corner.
Yeah,
because I think they were trying to hide the fact that they were wrong, but the sky was blue because, you know, it's daylight. Why would they have...
They didn't even, like, the Minimoys didn't even... Selenia didn't say it was dark out. She just said, we need to get some rest for the night. And I was just like, wait, what?
It's daytime.
Come on.
Yeah, like, the sky is blue. It's not yellow. It's not orange. It's not red. It's not purple. It's blue. It's not dark blue. It's light blue. The sun. It's, like, midday, even. And you know what? It gave me, like, 10 a.m. vibes. You know how, like, that fresh blue...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's what it gave me. Because it felt like they just woke up. Sure, they can, like, skip the times of them walking. Oh, they went through the treacherous water. Sure, that might have taken them longer because they're smaller. But no, the day is still young.
Yeah, they could have just, like, adjusted the hue of the sky to make it seem more like it was night.
Yeah, like they've been traveling for a long time, you know? And then you were talking about how the grandma scene, weird concept that I didn't realize she was in her nightgown all day. But, like, they could have even added a scene, like you suggested, where the grandmother, like, spends all day looking through her photo album to kind of show a passage of time. Like, she got lost in time worrying about her husband and grandson. But no, it just immediately after the flower, where we clearly see blue sky, clear as a clear blue sky, and maybe one little cloud, and then it pans up, and it's a dark night sky where she's like, I never said this the first time we recorded. I was so annoyed every time she screamed for Arthur. I don't know why. Sure, she's worried about her grandson, but it was so, like, put a cork in it.
Oh, sheesh.
It was just so much. I couldn't handle it.
It kind of reminds me of Dennis the Menace, where he's just like, put a cork where?
I know. In your mouth. Oh, gosh. Yeah, I agree that I hated that so much. Like, it wouldn't have been that hard to edit. And we kind of talked about, you were bringing up Frozen, where Disney kind of messed up with the whole flipping of her braid and Elsa's hand, like, face through. Like, they could have fixed that. Why couldn't they fix that in this, huh? You know, I didn't bring that up last time, but, like, why couldn't they fix that before they put it on a streaming service? Did they just not care?
I probably just didn't think about it because the movie's so old.
Yeah, and probably no one caught it.
Yeah,
because they don't care.
Except for us, because we're the world's greatest detectives.
Jeez, I just can't. Also, like, we talked about how this movie is curated for younger audiences. Like, obviously, it's a kid movie. But just, I mean, kid movies usually have to be an hour and a half because it catches their audiences. But it was really jumpy and fast moving, and I hate that.
Oh, yeah.
And that was
pretty fast paced.
Yeah, and that's probably for kids' attention span, but geez, this felt like 3 different movies pushed into one, and I mean, you talked about how you had to do 2 different sittings.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, usually, actually, my pet peeve is that I can't do that. Like, even if it's so late at night, we will finish this movie tomorrow. My brain, I've been better on it, but my brain was like, I have to restart the movie because my comprehension's so low, but I've been getting better. We missed the whole thing about talking about the reading. But anyway, I'm like, my comprehension's so low. But now it's better because I've been reading books lately. Go me. That I can do that. But it actually still irritates me because I need something to be finished. I can't just stop it because I'm gonna forget. Or usually
you need the whole story before.
Yeah. And if we stop the movie and finish it tomorrow, even if it's like 12 hours or 24 hours later from when we started it, my partner or me are going to be confused about something, and one of us is going to ask the other, what was this? And they either won't remember, or they have to spend 5 minutes telling me, or I have to tell them about it. And it's like, man, if we just watched it all the way through, like,
it would have been fine.
It would have been fine, but no. Yeah, it was just really jumpy, fast moving. I probably enjoyed it as a kid. Who knows? Maybe it wasn't as jumpy. I mean, I know they took 8 minutes out for the version we saw, because we definitely saw the English cut version. Things might have been less jumpy because they had speech over for parts they took out. They took out most of the parents thing. I mean, I don't know what's going on. But nextly, there was a whole line that I caught. I went on a stupid rant about this. There's a line where the grandmother says, "Oh, I don't know where Arthur is, but I let him know about our financial troubles on accident, and I told him about the Minimoys last night, so he's probably out looking for the treasure." Oh yeah, it was when the parents show up, because they're like, treasure. But
oh yeah.
She says last night, and here's the thing, okay, guys? Here's the thing. It wasn't last night. It was the night before that, because he goes out at night to get transported, right? It's midnight when the portal opens. She's not knocked out because he accidentally drugged her, which, who knows, drops back then couldn't have been natural. It probably was natural, but what if it was like chemical stuff?
Especially with the town they lived in.
Yeah. What if it was just like stuff she could have died on? What a concept. But she was zonked out for most of the day. She wakes up, in the morning. He's down there, blah, blah, blah. Then they go to bed because of the tulip scene, right? They go to bed at like 10 a.m. because it's so bright outside. And they pan up. The grandmother's like, Arthur. So she goes that whole night without having Arthur. And you would think, oh, the parents showed up later that night. No. Because the Arthur and Selenia and Beta wake up and they go through their next day. The straws and yada, yada, yada. Like, whatever they're doing. Stupidness. And then the club is the next night. The club ends up being the next night. And that's the club where, like, the parents come there, yada, yada, yada. So that's been almost 48 hours. Almost. Oh, like, give or take. No, not give or take. But, like, it's been, like, 30, whatever. Because then it's the next morning. They spend the night in the jail cell, I'm pretty sure. And then the next day, early in the morning, is when they're going to flood them. Because they talk about that. So, obviously, it's been a few nights. And the grandmother's like, oh, I told him last night. No, you did not. No, you did not. And I don't even think, like, how did he make that? I don't even think when you told him that story, was it that same night that he decided to do this whole plan?
Yeah.
Okay, it was. That seemed too fast, I'm just saying, But who knows? He spent hours, like, looking at these.
Or maybe it was after.
It could have been the same night. Maybe his bedtime was, like, 8 o'clock, because he's young. I don't know how old 10-year-olds go to bed, but maybe it was, like, 8 or 9. And then he spent, like, an hour learning the message, figuring out what the moon was. Oh, that's now. And then he had 20 minutes till midnight. And he had to, which also, I didn't talk about this last time. He had 20 minutes to midnight, and he kept getting caught by the grandmother with the key and whatnot. How did that happen in all 20 minutes? And you still had plenty of time to set up out in the lawn, to drive this car, to crash in the trunk. That would have been after
the African dude showed up to help him.
That was way more than 20 minutes. I'm telling you.
10 minutes of the thing, the African dudes over there.
No, because then
let's flutter out the thing and get everything set up because we know exactly what's going to happen.
No. Because.
Yeah.
No. Because the thing, like, you're trying to get the key and then you get caught. You have to go back to bed. This was part I didn't like too. The idea of locking him in his bedroom. Because, like, I know I don't normally like to do this, but it's for your own safety. Triggered me because, like, I've never been locked in my bedroom, but every time I see the shows where they have to lock their kid in their bedroom, they're always, like, very traumatized, right? And, like, I feel that pain, so I was like, dang. Like, I don't know, it wasn't that dark in the movie, but, like, it gave me that, like, triggered feeling of, like, all the characters that I've seen be locked in their rooms, and I'm like, oh, that's really sucky. But, no, that took longer than 20 minutes because, like, he got the key, he went to get out, got caught, had to go back to bed, pretend he was asleep, grab all these items to put the things on, wait till she took her drops, she zonked out, he had to put the pole through the thing fell down, he grabs it, he grabs all those items, he goes to the car, ain't no way that was not less than 20 minutes, I'm telling you. Oh well, it's fine. It's fine. I hated the parents every moment of the way because sure, they're like don't care about his son. That's the trope they're going for, I guess. I don't know why. We talked about how it could have just been taken out, like he could have just been staying with the grandparents or whatever. Like, what was the point? To show how lonely he is? You can do that easily.
The neglect wasn't needed.
Yeah, there's some shows where, like, well, obviously we don't want any neglect, but there's some shows where neglect helped for character building. Yeah. This was not needed for it. And I talked about how they had no problem getting rid of the mothers in the world of the Minimoys because, like, where's Selenia's mother and where's Darko's mother, Like, these characters aren't told that they're dead. They aren't told where they are. Like, they're just omitted completely. It's a father's world. And then we have here with, like, both these parents. It's just stupid. Didn't like it at all. And then they were so fake in the end, pretending to be like, oh, we're so happy you're here, even though they literally were probably con men in wherever. I felt like they were in New York. I don't know if it said they were in New York.
They're just conning their own kid.
Yeah. I feel like they're like...
They just sit him down at 30. You're not actually our son.
Oh, no. Like he was a hostage. Like in Dennis the Menace, and just became their kid.
Although that didn't happen in Dennis the Menace.
Oh, no, he was gonna take Dennis as a hostage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like they took
Christopher
him.
Lloyd's character.
Mm-hmm.
I thought you meant like his parents were holding him hostage. I was like, man, those were the nicest parents in cinema history. I have no idea why you would say that.
Oh gosh, we went from the nicest to the worst. That's what.
Oh yeah, it's true. That's so sad.
I hate these parents.
Just realized that.
He's such a good boy too. Like maybe it's to show. Maybe it's a contrast to show how like awesome Arthur is, because even when his parents couldn't make it, he was sad. He's like, that's fine. Oh, you got me a cake? Oh, that's so nice. Oh, I love this
Thanks,
cake.
Grandma.
Yeah, like you're the best grandma. And it's like, dang, this was not needed.
Well, because I mean, he cried in the moment when he was on the phone, and I was like, man, that's messed up.
Yeah.
This would take another half an hour to talk about, so I'm not going to get into this on the podcast.
That's why it took 2 hours last time, because we just went so much into it.
Yeah.
But yeah, they were so fake in the end, and then I ranted about how the mother kept fainting when she saw the African man, and about the Minimoys.
Which wasn't even that, like, there's, like...
Why?
Even then, like, in this setting, there were freakishly tall basketball players. So I have no idea why they would even be like, oh, giant men, oh... Like,
I really don't know.
It's not that scary.
She looks like Olive Oil from Popeye. They look like they're from the 50s, 60s, like Manhattan era, which I really don't know, like, what is up with these parents. But also...
That is a cool era for fashion, though.
It was,
I really like the fashion from back
But that's
then.
how I knew that's what it was from. So I'm like, this doesn't match up at all.
Yeah.
But, like, she's technically the daughter of the grandparents, so we're talking about how it makes no sense that she's shocked about these African men if she was born in Africa and probably there for a few years. Like, what the heck? And then she should know her dad's journals. Like, was she not also a curious kid who read the journals? Like,
probably not. Archibald probably wouldn't shut up about the stories of them, so much so that she's just like, who cares?
Probably.
You know, like, rebellious teenager kind who's like, Dad, come on. I've heard the story of the Minimoys millions of times. You don't have to tell me anymore.
But I feel like even when you're
Honestly,
a kid...
If I was Archibald, you would think that I would be like, honey, there's something I want to show you that I think is really cool. And then you, like, take her to the world of the Minimoys.
Right.
And then be like, hey, what's up, guys? This is my daughter.
Like, I feel like that would have happened. I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Telling you. It would have happened. Even as a kid, she should have had, like, memories of, like, oh, the Minimoys' dad was right. But instead of be like, oh, like, there's no way you just didn't know it all.
Also, I'm honestly surprised that the mom, the grandma never went with him. Because it seems like anybody can kind of just go into the Minimoy world. Yeah. So if he was just like so dead set on, maybe there was like, I don't know, this kind of like throws it into a whole nother loop that we don't really need to discuss. Because it would be like, it kind of seemed to me like maybe he didn't trust her with the information of the Minimoys, but at the same time it's like one of those situations where it seems like they love each other enough to where they would trust each other enough. But at the same time, it's like...
It makes no sense.
Why does... Yeah, it's just another loophole that we're just gonna have to, like, carve out of this story.
Yeah.
We're just gonna basically just have to rewrite this entire movie. And
you were just scrap the whole thing, like the episode earlier. Because I feel like the rubies was a secret. Like, oh, this is our gift, and you united us with the Minimoys.
The grandma knew about it.
Yeah. I don't understand.
Like, she should know like 95% of what is happening, to the point where I'm like, she should know that the Minimoys are actually real.
Okay, this actually
Instead
solidifies.
Of like a drunk.
Yeah, this solidifies the whole thing about the 3 years, because maybe she did believe the stories, and then when she's 3 years apart with him, it's like, no, it was all crazy. Like, I'm getting dementia age, or whatever. Not to make it morbid, but she's like, he just ran away. This was all a ploy with a broad, or I don't know. Like, I don't know. Like, she's been so far away, like, these stories don't make sense.
Nice terminology use.
Thanks. I don't know.
We don't need to dig deeper into this rabbit hole that is this movie.
Yeah, that's why I am crazy. No, I'm not crazy. Sorry, I'm not crazy. It's crazy to think like what you scored the movie, because we're so like gun ho about it, anti gun ho.
I think it's a lot of nostalgia speaking.
Yeah.
And it was like.
And it is made for kids.
Still like kind of remember that like this was one of my first cartoon crushes, you know.
True,
And, like,
you have to, of course, give it a higher rating.
Yeah.
You can't do Selena bad like that. You gotta hold out for her.
Yeah, that's why I gave it a large popcorn.
I specifically gave it a medium with a loosely filled pack because I'm so irritated from this movie. And
I would watch it again though. Like it's
wouldn't.
a cute little adventure. That's the thing. Is like, even though I was maybe like a year from now, maybe it's like a once a year kind of movie. Because out of nowhere, I was just watching Dennis the Menace last time, and I was just like, I really like Arthur and the Invisibles. I haven't seen that movie in a while. Like after I finished watching Dennis the Menace, that's like where my thoughts went.
Isn't it weird how there's probably okay, Little Boy maybe, but there's like barely any connection with movies, but we think after we finish one we're like, oh hey, this one, like it's cool. Going back on the psychologicalness about it, is like it's cool where our brains go when we do watch a movie, because like obviously it makes sense why I think about Spider-Man Chronicles, because they're literally almost the same movie, except Spider-Man Chronicles is obviously better. I guess there's no female crush in it.
I don't know about that.
But it's just cool how we think about what like the movies that pair to it. But I don't know. I was thinking about watching the second movie, but I'm not doing it today because I have another series of movies that I'm watching with my partner when I get home. So.
Oh really? What are you diving into?
We went to see Avatar 3 in theaters the other day, and one of the teaser trailers.
You haven't seen the other two, have you?
No, we have.
Oh.
We would never do that. That's.
I was like, that's nuts.
No, we have to rewatch the first two because we didn't binge them before we saw it in theaters because it was like a spontaneous date.
Okay. Yeah.
But there's some little connections we missed. We're like, what? The third one was pretty good, by the way.
Jake Sully!
It was like a 3.5 hour movie.
That's all I remember from that movie.
Yeah, it's a 3.5 hour movie though.
The first movie.
The third
I've
movie.
only seen the first one.
Oh, you need to watch the second one. It's
I
pretty
don't
good.
want to.
Ah! Okay.
We'll discuss this after. This is not the
Anyway,
time
but we're watching the MCU universe because there's a new movie coming
Doomsday.
out. Is that the one coming out in December?
Avengers? We have a new Avengers movie.
Oh, I didn't know the name. It just literally said coming soon, an X-Men and Avengers crossover.
What?
Yeah, the Avengers movie that's coming out in December of this year. See, now you're too. It's an X-Men and Avengers crossover. So I'm like, oh, look.
Which means the Deadpool might be in it.
Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy.
So, so we're gonna watch because I've missed out. I kind of gave up on the MC universe. I think a year after Endgame came out. Not that they were terrible movies. It just was a lot for me to keep up with at the time. And we're gonna.
Yeah, it's supposed to release December 18th, 2026.
Yep. So we're gonna watch the whole series, and not just the movies. It's only the canon series episodes. And luckily, Disney Plus has the whole complete MCU canon timeline conveniently like set out for me to watch. So not a sponsor, by the way, but
I wonder who else is gonna be in it though. That's a future thing.
Yeah, we gotta love it.
Because I know that Chris Evans is returning.
Mm-hmm.
Chris Hemsworth.
Because he retired, didn't he? Didn't Chris? No, who retired? Which one of the? I thought it was Chris Evans. Did he not retire?
Well, yeah, he wasn't gonna be Captain America anymore.
Yeah.
I think was the deal.
Hawkeye became
the bird guy.
Yeah, Hawkeye.
It wasn't Hawkeye.
Oh.
Hawkeye is the arrow guy.
Falcon.
Yeah, there you go.
Falcon.
He became like the new Captain America.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one.
But I think that this might be an alternate timeline because I saw a teaser trailer and it was like him holding a baby. Chris Evans holding a baby.
I literally saw nothing in the theaters. It literally just like had like quick, fast-moving clips that had nothing, and then it had a lot of like.
Maybe it would have been something that you knew if you had seen the other stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think it was like a complete, like utter tease. Because
like maybe if you saw like Purple Pants or whatever.
Yeah.
Like you'd be like Hulk.
Like you would know. Like
Scarlet.
Yeah.
Johansson.
Mm-hmm.
And Hawkeye and all these other
barely
ones.
gave anything and nothing that you would be like, well, I feel like it wasn't even like notable people. I feel like literally I barely saw anything except maybe the MCU logo or like the intro. Like, you know, like their like canon intro of like, and then in like early 2000s PowerPoint presentations, black screen of like the text of like X-Men and Avengers come together in for one movie in December 18th, 2026. And that was it. I'm like,
well, I know that at least Chris Evans and Chris Hemsworth are going to be in it.
Which makes sense.
Because there are 2 teaser trailers on YouTube that are like
I'm going to have to look
Captain
them up.
America and Thor.
Yeah, I'm going to have to look it up then. But, what was my point with that? Oh, I can't watch the second movie tonight. Because
you're watching MCU stuff.
Yeah, I'm watching Eyes of Wakanda, which came out earlier last year. Eyes.
It's Eyes. Are you sure it's Eyes?
What do you mean? Am I sure? I just watched it. It's a 4 episode season.
Oh, it's a movie.
You should. Yeah. Wait. Okay.
I just haven't seen a lot of the MCU stuff. So
Me neither. But
well, at least the newer stuff, because I was
yeah
gone for 2 years, just away from society.
Missed a lot,
basically.
yeah.
I missed a lot of movies and stuff, and like the MCU stuff is a lot of the stuff that I missed. So
yeah. Well, there's a series that came out last year called Eyes of Wakanda, and it's like the first thing you watch in the series because it's like stuff in AD time or early BC time or BC time and early AD time about showing you how they got their technology or just like the whole idea of their technology, which is really cool. It's like 4 episodes of 30 minutes and it's animated and it's really cool. Like that was the first thing we had to watch, and now we're on the Captain America: The First Avenger. Like that's the second thing chronologically because it takes place in the 40s. Yeah.
That one's that's such a good movie.
But not the movie we're talking about today. Well, after that tangent time, which I don't know how much of that I'll keep, but who knows? we met an hour. Can't believe we were recording for 3 hours.
Sheesh.
And only an hour of it's being kept. I'm so mad because I was really proud of the episode that we were recording. We were so passionate. My hands were flaying all over because we were...
It's true, you were emoting.
I was emoting so bad. That seems to be all the time that we have today that I am capable of recreating. Thank you so much, Cheese, for another amazing episode, even if we had to refilm. And thank you, Breadcrumbs, for following us on this trail. It's been really great. Tune in next week for another dive into beloved and cherished movies with the chosen movie that you missed this whole funny little conversation of us going to be watching Astro Boy, which also Freddy is in because he plays Astro, or Toby.
It kind of goes along with the MCU stuff though, because it's a superhero movie, isn't it? Like Astro Boy is technically a superhero.
Yeah, he's technically a superhero, but I don't think it's like owned by.
Well, it's not owned by Marvel.
Yeah, but I
like
get what you mean.
when I think Astro Boy, I think of Baymax though. Like that.
Honestly, yeah,
we're watching Astro Boy. I was like, Big Hero 6.
They kind of do have. That's really weird because the big brother that died, he reminds me of Toby, the Astro Boy. His look, it's kind of funny.
Takashi or whatever his name is.
Yeah, but they're not the same because Astro Boy's a robot.
And Baymax is a robot.
Yeah, but I'm saying Astro Boy reminds me of the big brother that died.
Yeah.
But I'm saying Astro Boy couldn't be him.
Yeah. And I'm saying there's still a robot.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, that's the movie that we'll be watching. So thank you so much again for this episode, and we'll tune in next week.
Love you guys. Bye.
Bye.